You probably think you know Norwood Park, those beautiful quiet streets, the classic Chicago bungalows, that suburban feel right here in the city. And you're not wrong. But what if I told you the real key to selling your home for top dollar wasn't just the square footage or the new kitchen? What if I told you there are hidden gems in this neighborhood, little things buyers are secretly looking for that can add thousands to your final sale price? Most sellers focus on the big stuff: bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens, and curb appeal. But in a neighborhood as unique as Norwood Park, that's only half the story. Other half is written in the gentle curve of the streets, the history of its homes, and yes, even the taste of a hot dog that's been a local legend for over 75 years. In this video, we're uncovering the Norwood Park Nuggets, those small, neighborhood-specific details that will make your home the one buyers can't live without. We're not just selling a property, we're selling a piece of lifestyle you can't find anywhere else. And the first nugget is a detail that 90% of sellers overlook, but almost every single buyer notices. Let's get right to our first nugget, what I call the curvilinear curb appeal. Sounds a little fancy, but it's something you feel every time you drive through the neighborhood. Unlike the rigid grid that defines most of Chicago, a lot of Norwood Park has these wide, curving streets. This wasn't an accident. It was a deliberate design choice meant to create a flowing park-like atmosphere that naturally slows down traffic and gives a sense of elegance and space. So why does a buyer care? Because it's a powerful subconscious signal of peace and quiet. A winding street feels less like a busy shortcut and more like a destination. It just feels safer for families with kids, quieter for anyone working from home, and honestly, it's just prettier to look at. These aren't just streets, they're the first chapter in your home story. When you add in the large lots and the deep setbacks of the houses, you get this feeling of a private suburban oasis. Here's the secret for sellers: you have to lean into this. Don't just write great curb appeal in your listing. You need to specifically mention living on one of Norwood Park's signature curving streets. When you're getting your home ready to sell, think about how to play this up. Maybe add some period appropriate outdoor lighting that follows the curve of your walkway. Make sure your landscaping on those famously large lots is perfect. The goal is to make a first impression that doesn't just say nice house, but whispers this is a different, more peaceful way to live in Chicago. Buyers are looking for an escape, and the very layout of your street can be the thing that promises it to them. Our second nugget is all about tapping into a story that's been centuries in the making. Norwood Park is home to the Noble Seymour Crippen House, built in 1833, and widely considered to be the oldest existing building in Chicago. This isn't just a fun fact, it's a historical anchor of the entire community. The presence of this landmark, now the home of the Norwood Park Historical Society, gives the whole area a sense of permanence and prestige. Buyers aren't just purchasing the house, they're buying into a neighborhood with deep, documented roots. This historical charm is baked into the houses themselves. So many of the homes here are pre-1940s beauties. Stately Tudors, classic Georgians, and the iconic Chicago bungalow. These aren't cookie-cutter new builds. They have real character, original woodwork, and a story to tell. This is exactly what buyers who choose Norwood Park are looking for. They want the charm and the solid quality of an older, established home. So, how do you turn this history into a higher sales price? First, find your home's connection to this legacy. Is your Tudor style house just a short walk from the Noble Seymour Crippen house? Mention that. Does your bungalow have its original unpainted woodwork and stained glass windows? You have to highlight those as preserved historic details. When you stage your home, think about honoring its heritage, not just making it look modern. You're not just selling a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You're selling a timeless Tudor on a historic block or a classic bungalow filled with original 1930s craftsmanship. This kind of language speaks directly to the heart of a Norwood Park buyer and makes your home stand out. The third nugget is waiting right outside your door. Norwood Park isn't just the name of the neighborhood. It's the name of the huge amenity packed park at its center. And it's not just any park. Parts of it were designed by the legendary landscape architect Jens Jensen. We're talking about a park with a swimming pool and a water slide, a sledding hill for the winter, a dog park, and playgrounds. And it's not the only one. The area is full of green spaces, like the nearly 20-acre Oriole Park. In a dense city like Chicago, having immediate access to well-maintained green space is a luxury that buyers will absolutely pay a premium for. This is one of the biggest draws for families and anyone who wants an active lifestyle. Being able to walk out your front door and be at a pool, a playground, or a scenic path in just a few minutes is a massive, massive selling point. If you're already picturing your own family at that pool or taking a crisp autumn walk through the parks, just imagine how a potential buyer feels. We're connecting the little things about this neighborhood to the huge decision of buying a home. Let's keep going. This next nugget is about something you can't touch, but it's incredibly powerful. Nostalgia and pure character. Norwood Park has a quirky, iconic personality that really sets it apart. First, you have Taft High School, the real-life inspiration for the movie Grease. Then you've got Superdawg, the landmark drive-in that's been serving its famous hot dogs since 1948. With those giant winking hot dog mascots, Maury and Flory, on the roof and car hop service all year round, it's a true Chicago institution. Now, why would a hot dog stand help sell your house? Because it's not just a restaurant, it's a cultural icon. Our final nugget might be the most important and the most easily overlooked. The real, tangible sense of safety and community. Norwood Park is known for being a peaceful, family-oriented neighborhood with a crime rate that is significantly lower than the Chicago average. It's the kind of place where you see neighbors out walking their dogs, kids playing in front yards, and annual traditions like the Memorial Day Parade that's been going for over 100 years, and the vibrant Northwest Side Irish Parade. That feeling is strengthened by the fact that many of Chicago's firefighters and police officers choose to live here, which creates an undeniable sense of security for people living there. So that's the inside scoop. Selling your home in Norwood Park for its absolute top value isn't just about having a new kitchen or a finished basement. It's about understanding and marketing the soul of the neighborhood. It's about the unique value of its quiet, curving streets and the deep sense of history in its homes. It's about selling the lifestyle promised by its incredible parks and the nostalgic charm of its local landmarks. And most importantly, it's about selling the profound comfort that comes from being part of a safe and deeply connected community. These are the Norwood Park Nuggets. They're the little things that, when you put them all together, create a powerful story that makes a buyer not just want to buy your house, but want to become part of the neighborhood itself. By highlighting these details, you're not just selling a property. You're selling a richer, more connected, and more enjoyable life. If you're thinking of selling your Norwood Park home and want to make sure these unique, value-adding features are front and center of your marketing, I would love to chat. My contact information is below. Reach out anytime, and let's work together to tell your home's full story and get you the price you deserve. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll be back for another video.